Welcome, everyone, to the Daily Juice Podcast on the Betting Pros Network. I'm your host, Sean, stacking the money green. Give me a follow on Twitter at Sean T. Green. And as always, Daily Juice being brought to you by BetMGM. Use that promo code JUICE. Get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. All right, here we go. Got some Saturday NFL action. Love Saturday football. Winning it in for Titans-Jags. That should be fun. Even Raiders-Chiefs. Should be a nice appetizer to the Saturday slate. Went 2-1 on the hoops picks. So shout out to the wise guy in the YouTube comments. Oh, yeah, keep giving out the picks. All you got to do is not take your picks, and it's the best picks all time. Nice try, buddy. You're down units, huh? Check my numbers. Numbers speak for themselves. All right, here we go. First up, Sixers -4. That was an L. Lost outright, 126-112. I thought they'd play a little better defense without Embiid, but again, got to get him back. I was surprised. I mean, and maybe some of the flashes of Harden playing defense and getting blocks were just that, flashes. So a little disappointing there for the Sixers. Knicks +3.5. They won outright, 112-108. Again, man, I got to get back in my official NBA mojo, where if you like the dog, why not get down on the money line? And that really applies to the next game. Cal +8. No one believed in Cal except you guys and myself, or if you Taylor, or if you faded me, if you're like that wise guy in the YouTube comments. Oh, what are you, stupid picks? Also, the show's free, so enjoy while you can. Cal +8. They won outright, 92-70. So again, like the dog, should have liked the money line, but now they move to what? 4-13. Look out! Here come the Cal Bears. All right, let's get to it. Here we go. Chiefs at Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders +9.5. You can get that over on DK42 units. I mean, Jarrett Stidham looked very, very comfortable in that pocket against a very tough San Francisco 49ers defense. To me, it almost kind of remind me of the first time you have a couple beers and you're like, oh, man, I can talk to anyone. Oh, I can go up and talk to these girls. You have such confidence. You don't realize any potential outcomes of getting hammered. You're like, why am I not hammered all the time? Being drunk is awesome. So I think Stidham is kind of in that zone where he feels so comfortable. He doesn't know he hasn't experienced any sort of downside. Now, they did lose the game. That's what the Raiders do, right? They play close games. They lose. Raiders are 5-1 ATS, last 6 games at home. And Kansas City, 1-4 ATS on the road. Like Kansas City, for as dominant as they've been as a team, they just feel like they've been in cruise control the entire season. Now, they do need this win, and they lock up the 1 seed. Josh Jacobs had a massive game last time against the Raiders. He's banged up, but again, I can't take away anything from Josh Jacobs' injury history. Like, there's been games where it's like, all right, no way he plays, didn't practice the entire week, and then comes out and has an insane game against Seattle. So I'm not really handicapping Josh Jacobs one way or the other. I am handicapping Davante Adams against his KC secondary. I think he's going to have a big game. And like I said, Raiders just play close games and lose. That's what they do. DVOA has the spread at 7.9. 9.5 feels like a really good price. Division home dog. You got to love it. And if you like chaos, sprinkle a little on the Raiders money line, because if they somehow beat the Chiefs, things get real interesting on Sunday with all those crazy scenarios. I felt like I was taking the SAT again. It's like, if A to B, then B to C. I don't know. Maybe I just can't follow their logic. It's still, their solutions seem to be way, way worse than just going by winning percentage. But that's the NFL for you. Hey, Titans at the Jags. I'm going with the Titans. Hashtag Tighten up. +6.5. I know they've lost a bunch of games in a row. I know they've struggled, but this is an ultimate get right spot for the Titans. 2 units on this one. They're getting all their guys back. The defense is completely different. Zach Cunningham's back. Danico Autry's back. Christian Fulton is back. There's a massive rest disparity as well. Titans played on the previous Thursday night, and they rested half their team then. They rested Derrick Henry. He's going to be super fresh. So a lot of these guys are playing with a ton of rest. And Josh Dobbs, is he amazing? No, but I think he's a nice upgrade over Malik Willis. And I like Mike Vrabel as a dog in a must-win game. I'm still not completely sold on the Jags. I know the run they've been on. I've seen it all, but I still don't really trust them as big favorites at home. Titans are good on the road, 5-2-1 ATS, even though they've lost a bunch of games. And I think just historically, the Jags struggle with the Titans' physicality. 1-5 straight up last 6 games. And I really think, even though it is Dobbs, I think they might be able to expose them in the passing game. Jags defense 29th in DVOA. And like I mentioned, Chig, we're on Chig. Gave it out at 9-1 in the Discord. Gave it out as an official play on the podcast here. I think it's 7-1. FanDuel is the place to get those sweet, sweet Chig prices. I think it's probably down to 6-1. I mean, I love me some Chig Okonkwo anytime touchdown. Even a little sprinkle. Won't make it an official play. I'll probably give out some DGen plays and first touchdown in the Betting Pros Discord, bettingpros.com/chat. But look for possible Chig Okonkwo 2 touchdowns, 60-1. All right, here we go. Jarrett Stidham, a couple of props here, or 1 prop and 1 parlay. Jarrett Stidham over 235.5 passing yards. And you can get this on DK. Josh McDaniels needs to show some hope, show some sort of progress when he goes and talks to the guy with the crazy bowl cut, Mark Davis. He needs to show him something like, hey, look, Jarrett Stidham, I know he sent Derek Carr home, but look, the kid can throw the ball. He's got some confidence. You're in a dome game at home. Total's pretty high. This kind of projects to be a higher scoring game. I don't think either team has an amazing defense. Josh Jacobs, if he does end up not running quite as much, maybe Stidham ends up passing more. This isn't I believe in Jarrett Stidham and he's awesome. This is like a game script, coaching, dome game. And yeah, the spread reflects that maybe it's not going to be that close. I think it's like a backdoor situation for the Raiders. Either way, I like the 9.5 and I like Stidham. I mean, Stidham threw for 365 against the 49ers, a much better defense. So I think 235.5, very doable for Jarrett Stidham, a.k.a. Jared Studhams. I've noticed some people have calling him that, even though he lost the game. Still, it was a pretty sweet cover for the Raiders against the San Francisco 49ers. Last play, 1 unit little parlay for the D-Gens at the back. Raiders plus 95 and the Titans money line. Parlays those together over on FanDuel. You get a nice plus 500 return. I know I started the show off with saying, hey, if you like the dog, you should also like the money line. I just can't get there with this Raiders team. Maybe I'll be kicking myself if they upset the Chiefs, but Raiders just figure out how to lose close games, and I think that's what's going to happen there. And Titans, man, this is their spot. They've been resting for this. The rest disparity is really what put me onto the Titans money line, and they just kind of own the Jags. 1-5 straight up last 6 against the Jags. In the AFC South, you just gotta, one team beats the other team. It doesn't always make sense, but I like sticking to that. So here's what we got for the Saturday slate. Raiders plus 9.5 parlayed with the Titans money line over on FanDuel at plus 500. Jarrett Stidham over 235.5 passing yards, both 1 unit plays there. And we got our 2 unit sides. Give me the Titans plus 6.5 at the Jags. Get that over on our partner site, BetMGM, for 2 units. Chiefs at Raiders, the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland, Las Vegas, Los Angeles Raiders. Raiders plus 9.5 for 2 units over on DraftKings. And then, hey, after that, more NFL. Sunday's episode going into Monday. We'll talk college football championship, get a little prop action, maybe even sprinkle in a FCS national championship play in there as well. So a lot of picks to get to. Of course, we'll be going hard for the National Football League going into the playoffs, Super Bowl. And of course, hey, give us a follow on TikTok at Betting Pros. Follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green. Check out my other podcast, the Sports Gambling Podcast. As always, head over to BetMGM.com. Use that promo code JUICE. Get that risk-free $1,000 bet. And you guys know what to do. Subscribe, rate, and review. And as always, don't forget to let it ride.